Well, hey, let's call it like it is. For the last few years, the mainstream media and the Democrats have told us, for quite a while, don't believe what you see. Well, I guess what we're seeing now has been real for a long time. And quite honestly, those of us who called it out and said President Biden isn't fit, we've been belittled, we've been smeared, all of us, because we dared to to call out any commander in chief, but in this case, President Biden, for not being capable of leading our country. I mean, it's clear he's unfit for office and has quite some. We've been belittled, to those of us who called it out, smeared, that we would dare to question President Biden's ability to actually act as commander in chief. It's very clear now, and it has been, especially since the last debate, that he's not fit for the job. And if he can't handle being a candidate, which he has announced today, he really is not fit to be the president going forward. He really needs to resign immediately, because any country, but especially our country with the world situation the way it is, we need a commander in chief who can actually play the role. And you know what? As an aside from that, I believe the American people, when they go to vote, should fire every single politician who's been gaslighting or lying to each of us about the president's capability for the last couple of years. And that includes Kamala Harris. She's number two in line to the presidency, and Biden's senior staff and his family. This was all a scheme to subvert our democracy. We can't let a small handful of people who don't answer to anybody other than themselves to pick the Democrat candidate. That's my thoughts, and we need to make this happen fast. And we don't need to reward this kind of behavior. That the American people need to make a change in November, and it shouldn't be any of the politicians that have been basically hitting up this scam, sham, whatever you want to call it, for the last 3 years with Joe Biden's presidency. It's been a lot.